Hello and welcome to episode 2 of my trophy guide for Elden Ring. In this episode we will finish up our early looting route and clean up most collectibles in Limgrave and the Weeping Peninsula. First I need to address a mistake that I made in the first episode. It won't change anything for you, but I mentioned that I will pick up all 30 golden seeds. However, there are a lot more than 30 golden seeds and we simply cap out at 30 uses. That is why we pick up only 30 of them. Additionally, I will take this opportunity to make it very clear that at this current state most online sources are still incomplete when it comes to Elden Ring. I had to find out the hard way that most sources claim to know everything, while none of them actually do. And yes, it's also my fault for not double and triple checking literally everything, but now we have 3 little sections in this episode that show golden seeds earlier than what I originally anticipated. For you, everything stays the same, it just annoys my perfectionist brain. The very first golden seed is actually available right at the start of the game in Limgrave between the Mistwood outskirts Grace and the Third Church of Marika. Travel to the site of ambush and kick Kenneth Hyde down the structure to obtain a golden seed.
Is anybody there? Someone who might be interested in rescuing the great Kenneth Hyde, servant to the true order and celebrated repudiator of the false. Oh, Erdtree. Goodness gracious. Come, you blast. Witching tarnished. I am
Now let's continue where we left off. First allocate your flasks to 5 each and then get ready for a long ride. We don't have to rest on any sides of Grace on the way, but it's still a good idea to do so to circumvent longer extra travel time should you die before we arrive at our destination. We will also pick up another golden seed on the way near the Seath Water River Grace. Here you want to watch out for the geysers. They will one-shot you. Simply wait if the path is blocked and ride around them otherwise. Once you arrive at Master Azure, rest at the Grace to reset all enemies. Then talk to him and obtain the strongest spell in the game, being another legendary sorcery. Then fast travel back to the Earth Tree Gazing Hill. From there, travel to the Altus Highway Junction. Make your way north and pick up the Golden Seed and map fragment nearby. You can then pick up another sacred tear at the neighboring Second Church of America. Yet another Golden Seed can be found in the middle of the northern forest. Better mark it on the map like I do, as there aren't really any landmarks to follow there. Afterwards, we now make our way to the volcano proper. Minor inconveniences like these are also left in the guide to show how quickly they can happen. Always remember, panic first, heal second. There are of course exceptions to this rule, but generally you want to get out of danger first and heal afterwards. Starting at the Bridge of Iniquity, make sure to activate all the sites of grace, as a minor slip-up can quickly kill you here. Here you want to crouch and wait till the slice and dicers aren't looking. Then go up the ladder. There's actually a site of grace just left from here that I forgot to pick up. Here the best strategy is to just go straight for the ladder and ignore the enemy completely. You cannot sneak around this enemy, as it will automatically detect you when you get too close.
Welcome, dear customer. Yes, right this way. Right this way.
Now get ready to poison another boss. That means switching one of your current talismans for the 2-finger heirloom and preparing your 2-finger seal and poison mist. Now use the spirit spring and jump to the right edge of the arena. The boss won't notice you, so you can sneak behind it. Kill it with poison and make sure to use a gold pickled foulfoot right when it dies. you will obtain around 30,000 runes and a somber smithing stone 6, that we will use much later. Switch back your talismans and make your way to Volcano Manor. On the way you can pick up another golden seed. Before proceeding, make sure to level your mind as far as possible. Because our amounts of runes may differ at times, I will put in the description what attributes we level in what order. If you want to level even further, I suggest you look up the soft caps for all the desired attributes, because every stat has one point where it yields diminishing returns. I also want you to always level up when you can. That way, when you die, you will lose nothing that can't be regained with a few minutes of farming. While I'm talking your ear off, make sure to follow me to underneath the manor entrance to pick up this area's map and another important site of grace. The map is guarded by this abomination, but since you are right next to another grace, it's okay if you die a few times in the attempt to pick this up. At this point you should still have one gold pickled foulfoot left over. If not, then skip the next 7 minutes, fast travel to Agil Lake North and simply proceed here later. For now, we want to go further east on the Altus Plateau. Watch out for the duo boss here, you can easily sneak around them though. Allocate all flasks to Cerulean and equip your usual poison equipment. Pick up the nearby golden seeds and map fragment before making your way back to the 2 tree sentinels. Sneak up on both of them to trigger them moving down the stairs. Follow your first target and poison it once both bosses have come to a still stand. These enemies are treated as one, so you want to use your gold pickle foul foot right before the second one dies, as only he will reward runes. You will obtain 26,000 runes and a Hero's Rune 1 that can be used to acquire 15,000 more runes. Switch back your talisman and fast travel to Agil Lake North. Use your hero's rune and level again. Then allocate your flask to 5 each and travel to Murkwater Cave. You will be ambushed by an invader there that you have to kill. You will both deal a lot of damage to each other, but you can also play it safe. Run away and stall for time until another invader shows up to help you.
Bloody finger.
Now it's easy game as you can spam Rock Sling from afar. Enter the cave, activate the grace, and follow me as we run straight through the traps. They simply alarm the enemies, but we can ignore them as we enter our next fight. Interact with the chest and meet a good old friend. This boss we will have to beat completely on our own, but you only have to hit 2 rock slings to win.
Thought you'd just help yourself to a man's personal belongings, huh? You scheming little thief! The gods demand repentance! Cough up this boy! All of it!
Do not kill him and instead talk to him and choose forgiveness.
Finally come round, have you? I knew you would. You're a man of reason. True and true.
Reload to the area and travel to him again to have him set up shop. We want to purchase the Missionary's Cookbook 2 for a recipe of gold pickled foulfoot. I will now show spots to quickly farm all 3 ingredients we need to craft infinite gold pickled foulfoot. Pick the flowers around the first step for an easy supply of raw fruit. Remember, those materials always respawn every time you travel to a site of grace. Next, travel to the impassable Great Bridge and kill the nearby birds for an approximate chance of 20% to get a 4-toed foulfoot. Lastly, travel to the Tombsford Grace and travel south to a nearby lake which houses 10 gold fireflies. Once you have at least 1 gold pickled foulfoot, make your way back to the outer wall phantom tree. This is the second section recorded after the fact, which is why my character is slightly different. That does not make any difference for you though, so don't worry about it. Travel south to an unnamed army camp. Approach it slowly and speed away as soon as the tree spirit shows up. Hide and wait until it forgets about you and proceed with the usual poison strategy. Use your foul foot for around 10,000 runes. Remember, this is recorded at a later time, which is why I don't level up here, but you should absolutely do so if possible. This also means you will be one level ahead of me for some time, but again, this doesn't actually change anything in the guide. Fast travel back to the Outer Wall Phantom Tree and make your way north to the Outer Wall Battleground. There will be 2 mini-bosses on the way, so ignore those. What you don't want to ignore are the 2 golden seeds.
Smouldering with that wretched flame of ambition.
Also make sure to activate this grace. And this is the last section I had to edit in. Take out the guys next to the catapults on your left and travel further to pick up our last golden seed on this early looting run. Make sure to get this side of Grace and travel further south to pick up our last sacred tier for now. Fast travel back to the Outer Wall Battleground, and now you can use all your remaining golden seeds and sacred tears for a total of 12 flasks with a plus 10 charge. This is already more than I had when I beat the game for the first time. allocate your flasks to 2 crimson, 10 cerulean, and mix your wondrous physic with just the crimson cerulean tier we have at the moment. This will heal half of your maximum HP upon using it, which is better than nothing, but we will make this flask very strong once we can. Lastly, travel to the Orza's side tomb, which we will use as a fast travel point once we come here to proceed in the main story, and we also want to pick a flower here. Before facing any stronger bosses, I want you to upgrade your jellyfish ashes, just a bit. This is not required, but ensures the creature lives for a bit longer. To level it up, we will pick up Grave Glove Words, since we visit these places anyways. Now ready your patience as we make our way to Fort Feroth, and probably the beefiest enemy we will face in the entire run. I recommend readying 2 Gold Pickle Foulfoot, as this boss's health bar moves so slow, you might accidentally use it too early. You can see if it is active by the golden claw symbol underneath your stamina bar. From now on, I will also no longer show me preparing the Gold Pickle Foulfoot and simply mention to ready them. I will also no longer mention to switch your talismans from now on, as you should be quite familiar with that by now. I also want to mention that yes, you can kill this dragon quicker with bleed weapons. However, those are either unobtainable at the moment, locked behind boss fights, or locked behind stat requirements, so this is by far the most convenient method for us. Beating the Elder Dragon Grail will reward you with 96,000 runes and 5 dragon hearts. With those, travel over to the Cathedral of Dragon Communion. Level up again and interact with the altar. People have reported, and it has happened to me, that you won't be able to interact with it for no apparent reason. Changing the time of day did the trick for me back then, but let me know if you have problems with this. Buy the legendary incantation Grail's Roar with 3 dragon hearts and travel back to Agheel Lake North. Change the time of day to anything but night and travel to the Waypoint Ruins to take out the boss Mad Pumpkinhead. Summon the jellyfish and keep your distance. The only issue here is the small space, so wait, back away, and only attack when the boss is distracted by your spirit summon. The boss will go down in just a few spells. Rest at the Grace and level up. Open the gate and talk to Sorceress Selen. Agree to learn and then show her Azur's sorcery. Let her tell you her story, agree to journey together, and listen to her favor to obtain the Celian Seal Breaker. Travel northeast of the Church of the Plague to find a hidden cave. Allocate your flasks to 6 crimson, 6 cerulean. We want to rush through this cave as the enemies here are quite dangerous. There is nothing in here that we need in the future, so you could even do this later if you have to. Follow my path and break the seal to find Master Lusat and have him give you the legendary sorcery Stars of Ruin. Then die to quickly get out of here. Prepare a gold pickle foulfoot and travel to the Siofra riverbank. Press R3 to be shown the lower map. To access the first trophy boss, we need to light all 8 braziers scattered throughout the area. There are lots of enemies down here and you will get swarmed when getting to the braziers. So we'll show you a new advanced technique how we can deal with large enemy groups. Start, up, X, L1, X, left, X. That button combo will quit you out of the game, and how fast you can execute it could be the difference between life and death. Again, if you die it's completely fine, you just try again. So try to get this combo into your head. I will use it every now and then from now on. By far the most dangerous enemies here are the sniper archers. Their projectiles are too fast as that you could avoid them with zigzag movements. But they do not one-shot you, so simply heal whenever you get hit. Once all lanterns are lit, fast travel back to Siofra Riverbank. Put the gold pickle Foulfoot on the secondary quick menu, so you can from now on use it by holding triangle and pressing down. Then interact with the horned remains to the east. We want this new shortcut because from now on we will use one of these golden feet for every boss we beat, to maximize our rune efficiency. Summon your jellyfish and engage the boss. This ranger is pretty chill and there is really only one move to look out for. It will jump into the air, do 2 air jumps of which the second will land on you. It's not particularly hard to dodge, but you will have to iframe it, which I want to refrain from as much as possible. Dodge it if you can, otherwise just heal. It won't kill you in one shot. If you hit any boss many times in succession, they will fall over, giving you a huge window of opportunity in which you can deal a lot of damage. Simply use your cerulean flask if you run out of FP. Once the boss dies, you can use your Foulfoot. You actually have a quite generous window in which you can use it even after the boss dies, before you obtain the runes. So simply use them as quickly as possible after the boss is dead. For beating this boss, you will get around 17,000 runes and the Ancestor Spirit Trophy. By now you must already dearly miss the Poisonous Thread, so let's get back to it. Prepare a gold pickle Foulfoot and travel to the Stormhill Shack, and east to reach the War Master's Shack. This is Bernal. Bernal has been a good boy. Let's give him 3 pats on the head. Now he wants to play catch, so make sure he doesn't get you.
Grace would have of us.
Now he needs his medicine, so get behind him and start his treatment. Don't forget your own medicine though, so take that all rotten bird foot right around when his treatment is finished. He then leaves behind some gifts for you, so pick them up. You will obtain another legendary armament, the Devourer's Scepter. He also leaves behind his armor, which we will use. For now, switch out only the chest piece as we do not want to be heavily loaded. Now that we are done here, travel to the Tombsword Catacombs. Level up and make your way through them. Follow my path and pick up specifically these 2 flowers. Hit the fire spewing contraption to go up and pull the lever, then make your way to the boss. This boss can hardly be called one, as it goes down in 2 hits. Clearing these catacombs awards you with your first legendary Ashen Remains, which we also have to collect all of. Travel back to the entrance and to a stray from Khaled Highway North. Travel north from there and activate the Smoldering Wall Grace. Travel further along the road, avoiding the terrifying nightmare dogs and eventually reaching the Rot View balcony. Pick up some preserving boluses that we will use together with the neutralizing boluses later. From here, travel even further north until you reach the minor Erd tree. At the southern cliffside you will find a dungeon which we want to enter. Take the elevator down and turn around to find a room with 3 more desired flowers. Get back out and fast travel to Farum Great Bridge. Kill the nearby small guys to quickly get 4220 runes by just spamming Glintstone Pebble. Then fast travel to the Table of Lost Grace. You can quickly get there by pressing triangle and holding L1. Now we need to have some conversations. First talk to Smithing Master Hugh and mention Roderica. Then talk to Roderica and tell her what Hugh said. Then go back to Hugh and tell him about Roderica again, ask him to watch over her and that is what she wants. Lastly, reload the area and Roderica will now be a spirit tuner who lets you upgrade your spirit summons. If you picked all the flowers I showed you, you will now be able to upgrade the jellyfish to +6. That will allow it to survive much longer. Now we are ready to slowly begin working us through our boss hit list. Prepare Gold Pickle Foulfoot yet again and fast travel to Castle Morn Rampart. Travel south and around the giant shooting at you. Use the environment and scattered ruins as a cover. Rest at the site of grace and leave the castle again to find a somber smithing stone 2 on a nearby shore. Following that, make your way through Castle Morn. There's nothing we need to pick up in here, so simply follow me to the boss. Do pick up the 2 graces on the way to make runbacks more bearable in case you die. As you might have noticed, our main strategy will be summoning our spirit ashes, keep our distance, spam rocksling when the boss is distracted, and use the gold pickle foulfoot when they die. From now on this will always be our strategy unless I say otherwise. Beating this boss will reward you with around 5000 runes, the Grafted Blade Greatsword Legendary Armament, and the trophy Leonine Misbegotten. Next, prepare another foulfoot and meet me at the Stormhall Shacks. It is time to finally take on the newbie slayer, Margaret the Fell Omen. Stay off the main road to not get pelted with ballista bolts, and make your way to the Castle Ward tunnel. Summon Sorcerer Roger for even more support in the upcoming fight and enter the arena. Margit has a lot more health than our previous targets, but is still easily taken care of with our usual strategy. Only that we actually have 2 summons to distract him. I do want to mention that I am very aware that if any of the boss fights are difficult for you, you might very well forget to use your gold pickle foulfoot afterwards. That is not a reason for concern at all, it is simply a convenience. You can always make back what you lost by traveling to Farm Great Bridge and killing some of the small guys there.
Passing skill. Warrior blood must truly run in my veins. Tarnished.
Beating Margit will award you around 12,000 runes and the trophy Margit the Fell Omen. It also grants you another talisman pouch, which enables you to equip 2 talismans from now on, and we will make use of that once we get to the next boss. For now, travel to the Stormvale main gate Grace and level up.
Of the night, the hands of the Fell Omen shall brook thee no quarter.
Now prepare 2 gold pickle foulfoot and make your way through Stormvale Castle by tightly following my route. This place is quite big, but we can go straight through and ignore everything until we reach the 3rd Grace. I will still outline important details as we go. Here, wait until the guy on top of the stairs has turned around. I also strongly recommend to quit out here. Quickly roll through these barrels or wait until they got ignited. Enter this room and pick up the rusty key. Then kill the knight or let him kill you. A soldier tries to backstab you here, but even if they get you, you will be fine. Make sure to activate this grace. Now we will take a few shortcuts over the rooftops, so carefully make your way down there. Crouch here and not a soul will notice you. From here, follow me to the underside of the castle until you reach a large arena. Stay left and sprint through it and up the ladder to avoid the tree spirit enemy here. Wait till it forgets about you and take it down with poison. Don't forget to take a golden foot to obtain around 6,000 runes and another golden seed. Also, do not forget to pick up this stone sword key lying around down here. Then fast travel back to the lift side chamber. You now have enough golden seeds to increase your amount of flasks again. I won't do so until I have gathered all the remaining ones, but there is no reason you shouldn't do so. Simply keep the allocation to 7 crimson and 6 cerulean then. Travel to the secluded cell and make your way outside past the guards to pick up yet another golden seed. Close by you will also find Nepheli. Talk to her twice and she will aid you in the next fight.
Be proud. You are a fine warrior.
Travel back to the secluded cell and get ready to take on your first shard bearer. Summon Nepheli, warrior, and equip Redagon's Sword Seal. This will have you take slightly more damage, but also increases your health and stamina. Phase 1 will work as per usual. When phase 2 starts and you are in front of him, then run straight towards his left, your right, to avoid his fire breath and continue as before. Keep your distance, especially now, as he has many moves that have a rather large area of effect. For beating Godric the Grafted, you will obtain around 20,000 runes, your first Great Rune, his Remembrance, and the trophy Shard-Bearer Godric. Before finishing up this episode, I want to just do one more thing, which is restoring the Great Rune we just obtained. Fast travel to the Rampart Tower and get ready for some more rooftop parkours. But first, use your Remembrance of the Grafted to obtain 20,000 more runes. Normally these are used to get weaponry, spells and more from boss enemies, but none of them are even tied to trophies. Now level again and follow me. Start crouching here and stay crouched until you reach the lion enemy. Then make a quick run for it to the next set of grace. You can also reach this through the front gate, but that path is beyond scary. Next, you will be face to face with 3 giants. Go slightly left, get hit by the first one, heal, make sure the pillar is between you and the 3rd giant, get hit by the second one, heal, hide from the projectile and run underneath the 3rd giant. Then make a run for the teleporter after he fires his shot. In the many runs I did, this always worked out the exact same, so you should be able to follow the same strategy. Finally, make your way up the tower and restore the Great Rune's power, which is required to proceed in the game and to obtain the trophy Great Rune. Thus concludes episode 2. This guide is turning out way shorter than I originally thought. If we keep up this pace, this will be a 10-hour platinum. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. 60%, and with that the most challenging parts are still remaining. I'll see you in the next one.